now to the third speaker, Gioia. So Gioia Palmieri, a few years ago, founded a small school, let's say, of Italian language called MammaMia, which perhaps unexpectedly got a lot of success in Liverpool. We would like to ask you to tell us what MammaMia is about and what motivated you to engage with this initiative.
Yes, thank you. So first of all, thank you, Peter and Hans, for what you shared, which is really helpful for us parents to reflect more in depth on our children's education. So briefly, I'm a mother of four. About 8 years ago, my husband and I moved to Liverpool from Switzerland with our first three children, Elisabetta, Tito, and Tommaso, who at that time were 7, 5, and 3 years old, respectively. In Lugano, we had a very beautiful experience as our kids were attending the San Benedetto school. This is a non-state and fundamentally parent-led school explicitly based on Fr Giussani's approach to education.
Sorry, just a second. Sorry to interrupt you, Gioia. Because we are receiving many feedback that the connection is a bit unstable, can I please ask all participants to switch off their camera? And hopefully, let's hope this will improve the connection. So if you can switch off your camera, thank you. Sorry, Gioia, go on.
So we were attending in Lugano a school explicitly based on Fr Giussani's approach to education. So when we arrived in the UK, our children's education was probably our biggest concern. And I confess, our first impact with the local school system was not easy at all in the beginning. But apart from the quality of the school education, we wanted our children to be integrated into a new culture without losing or forgetting about the culture where we come from. We thought that in order to appreciate a new culture, we needed them to be aware and proud of their own. I really had a strong desire for my children to keep their experience of Italian language and culture alive. I wanted their knowledge of Italian to be not only useful to communicate at home, but also a living instrument that works as a key to understanding Italian culture, its art, literature, and history. I wanted to give the children something beautiful and profound so that they could be helped to know who they are and where they come from. Also as a basis to interact with, discover, and appreciate of their new country. Indeed, in the last few years, we met many second or third generation Italians who later got in touch with MammaMia, who wanted to learn Italian and get connected with their family roots. This is because they felt like a void. They found themselves incomplete since their parents didn't pass them that aspect of their life. This provoked me a lot, as I felt I did not want the same to happen. For this purpose, that is to pass your culture and language to your children, you do need a community. You can't do it by yourself, otherwise the children are likely to think that your culture is trained, confined into their house and family walls. Instead, I wanted them to realize that their culture is alive and their culture is present in the place where they're living and growing now. The Italian culture and people are part of the city they are living in, contributing and bringing their peculiarity to the British one. Therefore, I first sent a message to a group of Italian on Facebook. I received many replies and some of the people got back to me and became my friends. Amongst them, Francesca, a fantastic mother of two and a talented teacher of Italian, Ancient Latin and Greek, who immediately proposed me to meet up. We were basically looking for Italian lessons for our kids. But at the same time, another mother got in touch with the Italian consulate in Manchester, asking to send us a tutor in Liverpool who could teach Italian to the kids of the families interested. So we started with a tutor of the consulate in Manchester, but that wasn't enough. Family didn't show up, and they were not bringing their kids to the lessons. we felt that we needed to do something, and unity of families committed to their kids' education. Francesca and I started dreaming about setting up a proper school of Italian. And this is when we met with Stefania, a teacher of Italian for foreigners and a mother of 2 kids with a huge professional experience in many different countries, such as Argentina, USA, Paris, and so on. The first gift of my meeting with Francesca and Stefania was their surprisingly immediate and intense friendship that was born among us. A friendship fed by a common desire to provide our children with a community of friends with whom to share the beauty of the Italian language and culture. We found several other parents, Italian and mixed, in the sense one parent is British and the other one Italian, who expressed a similar desire. And therefore we decided, I with Stefania and Francesca, we started, we created a charity, and on the way to setting up the charity, other mothers and friends came up and gave us help. And eventually we did it through a quite complex and at the times painful bureaucratic process. We became a charity in September 2018. So to explain it better, what is MammaMia in a nutshell? Stefania and Francesca are the teacher, those who think about the courses and their contents and organization. And we also have other three teachers helping us because we have many students. Of course, among the students, there are also our own kids. So we always have had the attention and concern of the quality of what we teach and the reason why we're doing this. We offer lessons in person and online, which enables us to involve kids living far from Liverpool and abroad. We have students from different parts of the United Kingdom and some from France, for example. Our lesson covers things like the practice of the Italian language written and spoken and the learning of its culture, like art, history, language, and geography. And this is happening through several activities, readings, writings, and so on. At the moment, we are offering 4 classes online and 3 classes in person here in Liverpool. Our targets are kids from 6 months, so very, very young, to high school students. Quite unexpectedly, since the beginning, we had more than 30 students about. The number, of course, can vary, but what really surprises me is that we always find someone who wants to help us and make a part of this adventure together. For example, we met a mom who was working for ONG and helped us through the legal process of setting up the charity. Another mom who is a chair in another charity is helping us with the bureaucracy. At the very beginning, for example, a team of Italian young psychologists studying bilingualism in Liverpool made themselves available to plan the program and the curriculum for the kids. Or again, we met parents who wanted to share the skills and passions with the kids, with our kids. For example, a couple who own an ice cream factory brought us ice cream for the pupil, or a family who brought us fresh mozzarella because they had a cheese factory. Recently, a mother who is an architect taught the kids the Magna Grecia architecture. A couple who does theater, play, organized readings, and so on. So we are collaborating also with other community like the French or German one and the Department of Italian Study in the University of Liverpool. But these are people that are friends with us and they want to help us. This is beautiful for our school. The people involved with MammaMia might change very fast because as immigrants and foreigners, many leave or move abroad quite regularly. But every time someone leaves, somehow we are always provided with new friends who care about what we are proposing and want to get involved with their own kids. So how this changed me personally? I found these 2 friends, Francesca and Stefania, who are great friends of mine, and we share our daily and family life together. Francesca is my fourth kid's godmother, and Stefania and I are her daughter's godmothers. Unfortunately, Francesca had to leave us last summer to come back to Italy, and she's very missed. And they are just unstoppable on this project since the beginning. Our children became friends as well, and among the Italian community, they found a lot of fantastic other friends. Our children know there is a community they can rely on and they can belong to. And I can see my kids so proud of their culture and parents' roots, and at the same time open to the other ones, because they know who they are and where they come from. They do not fear others who are different from them. And I'm always struck by the curiosity they have about learning new things about other cultures. So, thank you.
Thank you, Gioia. That I have a